That finishes. And here we are. We should be seen by now on Facebook. Let's double check. Let's make sure we can be seen and we can be heard and all those things. If so, if you can do me a favor in the comments, do me a favor and let us know where you are seeing us from. We'll already have your name, so just do me a favor. Ms. Quanah Sims.
Yes, yes.
How you feel?
I'm good.
I filed for part 2. All right, let us know on the webinar where you guys are actually chiming in from. Give us a city and state if you would. We greatly appreciate it. And let's make sure we are live and ready to go. All right, I got confirmation. I see 40 people. I see 50 people. I see a few people coming on, man. Turn your volumes down. This is part 2. This is part 2 of our Wealthathon series. Just so you guys know, every single night, I'm going to have a leader sitting right here. They've all been tested negative for corona. And we've all, no, I'm just joking. We got a lot of people we're going to talk about or talk to from across the country as well. We're going to do a split screen. And tonight I got Ms. Quanah Sims, also known as Q, in the building.
In the building.
This is half of the Millionaire Siblings.
Millionaire Siblings.
What's that about? Millionaire Siblings. I love it. What's that about?
Well, that's the brand that my brother and I are rocking with.
You're rocking with it.
Right. Took it into existence. We're Millionaire Siblings. We're brother and sister. Duo, millionaires.
Looking just alike. Some people would say, we're not gonna get into the why we just let Facebook do its thing. Some people would say that's impossible. You can't be a millionaire. What do you say to naysayers? I love naysayers. What do you say to them?
What do I say to them?
Yeah, who made them right?
right. I say to them, keep watching. That's what I say. Just keep watching.
Give them a good show. So the Millionaire Siblings. Anybody tell you how much y'all look alike?
All the time. I'm Bert with hair and he's Quanah without
hair. Wait, you Bert with hair and he Quanah without hair?
Yeah.
Dang,
you put my hair on my brother, he's me. You take the hair off of me and bald head and
that's it. And what I understand, that's all you. That's you. Let me see. That's all.
You know what?
That's all. All right, never wrong with that.
It's me when I put it on.
Stop. That's you. That's really you.
It's really.
All right, I ain't mad at you. Millionaire siblings in the building. So, Quanah, we got a cool topic tonight. We're gonna let Facebook do its thing, man. Let me let y'all know real quick some of the cities that have already chimed in. I got Tamika Williams. What's up, Tamika?
What's going on?
I see you, T. What other cities we got? I got Killeen, Texas in the building. What's up, Delilah? McDonough's in the building. That would be the other half of Millionaire Siblings in the building. All right. I see Lindsay from Chicago's in the building. Man, a lot of people here. Kentucky's in the building. Shauna, what's up? I ain't forgot about you. Let's talk. So, just so everyone knows, this is part 2. Two. Every night this week, we are talking and revealing, just kind of pulling back the curtain. Yeah. Talking about some of the wealth principles that they never taught or never teach individuals in school. Go ahead and start your watch parties, man. We're going to crank this thing up in the next 90 seconds. Last night, Miss Christy Howard talked about stop leaving money on the what?
On the table.
On the table. So we talked about in the form of a W-4, how the government, we actually read a document from the IRS.
Yes.
And the IRS actually wants you to, yeah. Want to speak up? All right. The W-4, the government actually wants you to revisit your W-4 form. So what that basically means is you're leaving money on the table if you're getting a tax refund. So make sure you guys go get with the person who introduced you tonight and watch their watch party so they can show you a replay of last night with Miss Christy Howard. There's some money on the table waiting for you that you don't even know you have. And it comes in the form of what? Taxes. So once you get your tax dollars back, your cash flow goes where? Up. A lot of people try to get a part-time job or another degree. Nothing wrong with those things.
Right.
But they're not understanding that the taxes need to be minimized first. So you can stop the bleeding. And a lot of times the bleeding on those taxes is what keeps you out of debt. And then when you get out of debt, you can start investing. And that kind of leads into what you're going to talk about after we finish populating here, how you can make more money off your money. Am I right?
Right. Your money working for you.
Instead of the opposite.
Instead of you working for money. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Good deal. So we're gonna pull up a slide here in a second. So I see Facebook is doing this thing. So why don't we get this going, Quana? Oh, a lot of people on here. Don't panic. Just act like it's just me and you.
Me.
Just talk to me.
Us.
Let everybody know real quick. We are officially starting. What is your background? I understand you're a city girl that had, you know, the country upbringing.
Upbringing. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, yes.
Where are you from, and how does a city girl have a country background?
I call myself a good old girl. So I was born and raised in Hampton, Georgia, which is not technically country. It's like, 75 South, Landmark Speedway.
Outside of 285, South Georgia. No, I'm just joking. Go ahead.
Well, anyway, and so everything, of course, was much slower than it is, up in the city. And so just grounded, very family oriented, just kind of follow the straight and narrow. You're kind of taught that you go to school, you make good grades, you graduate from high school, and you go into college and you pick up a trade or you get a trade or a skill, and you just work the rest of your life until you're able to retire, and then you have something. The government actually is supposed to supply you with your retirement.
That's right.
And you just kind of live out the rest of your days waiting for a check from the man.
Okay. And nothing wrong with that. That's it worked for a previous generation.
Right, for the previous
Our
generation.
parents did it, but it didn't work that well for us. You know what I mean? Pensions aren't being paid like they used to or given. Social insecurity may not be around when it's our turn.
Right.
So we could be contributing to this pot and get very little of it. So you have to do something different. Now I understand before we get into the secret you have for us tonight, you are now earning residual income from home. My whole point of asking you about your background is because you grew up in the country. I mean, bulls and everything used to chase you. That's what I heard. And they would run to the bus stop and bulls used to be chasing them and all kinds of stuff. Funny story. Anyway, is that true?
It is true.
Okay. Okay. So my point is now you're getting residual income in the big city.
Yes,
right?
in the big city.
What's the difference? Like, what's the big difference now? How do you feel now that you're getting paid off leverage, which is a wealth principle, as opposed to you getting paid where you trade time for dollars? What is like royalties and residuals for like that? Is it a good thing?
It's an excellent thing. Like I said before, I worked a traditional job. I went to nursing school and I was a nurse. And you go 40 hours a week, and you grind and you come home and you're tired and you get up the next day to do it all over again. You start on Monday looking forward to Friday, if you had the weekends off. Now, no more trading, time for dollars, I'm just trading dollars for more dollars. Residually, it's a continuous payment every month that hits my back office, and I've never seen anything like it or was ever taught anything about it. That word was non-existent to me until here recently.
If you heard about residuals, it was in the form of some TV shows or artists, rappers. Right. Give me an idea of what you thought residuals were. Give me a toast of your residual. I heard it's wrong. Take a shot of the H2O. Okay. So what was your idea of residual income before?
Right. My idea of residual was more so royalty. Like, you knew that your celebrity artists, your actors and actresses receive royalties. Okay. When television shows went into syndication, that the actors and the actresses receive a check, right, continuously for the work they did years ago. Okay. So I understood it in that, that capacity. You never thought it'd be real for you. Never.
Now I understand you're on the way to $50 a day minimum, $1,500 a month residually. Yeah. For those who don't know, that's non-wage. It's different when you have people say $1,500 a month ain't nothing. When it's non-wage, how much money people making non-wage?
Right.
And then there's potential, the way you're growing, for that to get up as much as what?
$1,000 a day.
$1,000 a day.
A day.
All right, we got a lot of airplanes, so you got to make sure you speak up. $1,000 a day.
$1,000 a day.
So what if you just got to $30,000 a month minimum? Now we get paid 10 ways, but the $1,000 a day would be considered one of those avenues. Mm-hmm. If you maxed it out and got to $1,000 a day in one of the 10 ways we get paid, what would you do? More of?
I guess the question would be more so, what wouldn't I do?
Okay.
What wouldn't this girl do?
Ain't no telling.
Yeah, knock down a couple malls. No, I'm just joking.
Invest first.
Investing. I would just enjoy life 100 times more than I'm enjoying it now. You know,
Makes sense.
just enjoy life, travel, make sure that my family is taken care of, safe, and just enjoy every day.
All right, cool. So we won't get too much into how that money's made, but you can give it the person that introduced you tonight. Watching their watch party, they're usually one of our business partners. We're doing this for a reason because a lot of us are quarantined. Right. Hey, you ain't got nowhere to be. You got to be home. You ain't got nothing to do. No, just joking. Right. So let's go ahead and get this into it. Tonight's topic, while I pull this up, tonight's topic is called the banker's what?
The banker's secret.
So the banker has a secret that he's not sharing with a lot of people. He's not being very friendly. Am I right?
Not at all.
Okay, why is he not your friend? So talk to me about this. Why would the bank keep a secret from the people that are coming in there? Why are they holding the goods from us?
Well, the banks will keep the secret because if they unleash the secret, then we would be our own banks. Like we would leave the bank. So, they're not going to tell us what they're doing because then we could learn and go out and do it ourselves.
Do it ourselves. Okay, so make sure you speak up. All right.
Okay.
So now here's the thing. If the bank told us the secret, we could become the bank. So what people don't realize in capitalism, there's certain rules that govern this game. Once you learn these rules we're about to go over, every night this week at 10 o'clock, you can have a watch party with us and share this information. Once you understand rule number 2 tonight, which is the rule of 72, let's go ahead and start rebuilding this thing. Okay. Tonight is called the what?
Banker's secret.
Also known as the rule of?
The rule of 72.
All right, so this is something you guys have to learn that they don't teach you in school. So basically, you can go ahead and fill this out. If you take 72 and do what?
If you take 72 and divide it by the interest rate,
okay,
it tells you the time that it takes your money to double.
Okay, so let's stop right there. So I got a lump sum of money.
Yeah.
And you ever heard a friend say this, like, when I got some money, what should I do?
What should I do?
Right? So most people, because they don't know, they go right to the bank.
They go to the bank, yeah. But in a savings account.
And get 1%. So, Quana, if what you're saying is true, 1%, their money would double. Walk us through 1%, 72. Walk us through that sentence. And what does that mean for my 1%? I'm the guy. Okay. I go to the bank. I got $1.
You got $1.
What happens?
So the rule of 72, you're going to take that interest rate, which is 1%, for his dollar to double. It would take 72 years for his dollar to turn into $2. And that's crazy.
I got $2.
You got $2 in 72 years. Yeah.
And I'll be 144
with $2.
And if I want to live long enough, I get $4 if I'm another 236. Whatever. Okay, so it's impossible. So what you basically saying, all joking aside, is that the bank will never double your money. Not retail.
Right.
Not traditional bank.
Not traditional bank.
All right, so the banker has a secret. So we're going to show everybody what the banker's secret actually is. So if you take 4, so we're going to give them 3 advantages first.
Right.
All right, so let's set this up. We got 3 people.
3 people.
All right, we got Felicia, Linda,
Linda Liberty,
and who?
And the bank.
All right, so what are we going to give them to show the audience how they're going to end up?
Okay, so we're going to give each of them, well, the 2 of them, 3 advantages, okay? So the first advantage we're going to give them is youth, okay? So we're going to start them off young. The second advantage we're going to give them is $10,000. We're going to hand each of them $10,000 to start off with. And the third advantage we're going to give them are higher interest rates.
Higher than 1.
Higher than 1%.
Okay.
Yeah, higher than 1%.
So just so I'm clear, they're young, 29. Linda and Felicia are both 29.
29. Mm-hmm.
And they have $10,000, which most people don't have at 29.
Right.
I know 50-year-olds that don't have it.
Right.
But we're gonna fix that. It's not like we're beating people up. We show people how to get that money and where it's going.
Right.
And then we're giving them a higher interest rate than they're getting in their checking account. And we still gonna see some people end up in a bad spot.
In a horrible spot.
All right, so let's look at old Felicia Wells Fargo. What's happening?
Okay, so Felicia is 29 with $10,000, right?
Okay.
So at 4%, her money is gonna double every 18 years.
So stop.
Okay.
4% is higher than 1.
4% is higher than 1.
It's not doubling every 72 years, but if she's 29, she'll be how old in 18 years?
She'll be 47.
And she'll only have
$20,000.
Okay, so we think we're doing good until we realize that it's gonna take another one.
It's going to take another 18 years.
And she'll have
retirement age. At 65, she will retire with $40,000.
Now, this is what disappoints me, and this is what should disappoint and infuriate a lot of people.
A
lot of us don't sit down and crunch the numbers. You know why? Because we're scared.
Scared.
If you really just went ahead and be honest, take the rule of 72 and say, man, let me divide my interest rates by 72, and it'll tell me how long it takes my money to double. You know another way to use this that people don't realize? You can take the interest rates in other words, you can see how long you're gonna help the bank double your money too. In other words, if you went and looked at your credit cards and stuff, and you took the interest rate and put it into 72, the bank doubling your money every 2 years if you're getting 36% interest. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The bank doubling your money every year if you're getting 72%, right?
Yeah.
So you can flip this and see how much they're making, which we're gonna show them.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
So this person is in a bad spot.
Very bad spot. 65, $40,000. What you gonna do with that?
And we all know that the cost of living is not the same as it was when she was 29.
When she was 29, right? The cost of living has skyrocketed. So yeah.
So who's next?
So we're gonna go to Linda Liberty. Okay. So we're gonna give her a 6% interest rate, right? So at 6%, her money will double every 12 years.
Okay. Now how do we get that again? How do we get the 12? Take the 6.
We take the 6% and divide it into 72, and so that tells you how long it takes your money to double.
All right, good.
Okay.
So she'll be what now?
So at 29, again, we start her off with $10,000. 12 years later, Linda will be 47.
Okay.
47. Yeah, 47. And so her 20,000 is now, her 10,000 is now 20,000.
That's actually a typo on our part. She'll be 41.
Okay, she'll be 41.
Yeah, that's my fault. She'll actually be in 12 years. She'll be 41.
She'll be 41.
So she's actually 6 years younger. That's my mistake. She's 6 years younger.
6 years younger
than
Felicia.
Felicia. Okay,
right.
Keep going.
6 years younger. And then it is, let's see,
41 plus 12 should be, so that's correct. Yeah.
Right, she'll be 53.
Yep.
And the 20,000 will have doubled to 40,000.
Okay.
Okay. 12 more years, she'll be 65.
Okay.
So at 65, Linda Liberty has $80,000, which is more
better, but
still not enough.
Not enough. Okay.
Better than Felicia, but still not enough. Not enough.
Quick typo correction. She'll have $20,000 at 41, right?
41.
That's a quick typo. So she did the same in 6 years less time.
6 times, yeah, 6 years less.
But her end result still 80,000, 65, not enough.
Not enough.
All right. Now, do you know people out here really believe that 6% will set them free? Because what they're doing, Quana, they're comparing it to the 1% that they're used to. You know what I'm saying? So that's the trick of the capitalism. I'm getting 6%. Well, math doesn't lie. You see what I'm saying? So when you have somebody sell you an idea that 4% is great compared to what? Your checking account. 6% is great compared to what? Your CD. What you're comparing it to was already trash. You see what I'm saying? So you get trash and trash is garbage or whatever. You know, I just made that up, but that's pretty. Trash and trash is still garbage. So the third person is who?
The infamous bank.
All right. So what happens with them? They get double digits.
12%, right?
Okay.
So their money's gonna double every 6 years.
Okay. Now let's stop right here real quick.
Okay.
How is the bank getting all this free money to even get up to a point where they're getting double-digit returns? They get our credit cards, or they get our. Talk to them about interest and what happens with the bundles. So how do they even get that high? What are they doing to keep flipping?
Right. So the bank, they bundle all of the overage that we pay from credit cards. And what they do, they bundle it together, like we were saying, and they loan it to other people. So you're paying back interest on a credit card that's actually buying someone a car, paying someone mortgage, paying someone student loan, getting student loan, because the bank now takes that overage that we're paying in the form of interest on our credit cards and loaning it to other people.
And they get a higher rate of return.
So they're just free money.
So some of us make the mistake of walking in the bank, and just because they look friendly and they got on a suit, may I get you a checking account? Can I get you a savings account? You want to add overdraft? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
People don't realize, I'm not knocking the bank. I used to work at the bank.
Yeah.
But that's not your friend. Like they're not there to get you wealthy. They're there to sell a product. You know what I'm saying? So they need the interest that we're giving them, the credit card, the overages, the NSF fees. They need that to put it on somebody else's loan.
Somebody else's loan.
Because it's free money. So when the bank uses that money, they get 12%. What happens? Let's see what the difference is.
Okay, so again, $29, $10,000, no biggie. 6 years. So at 35, the bank 10,000 doubles to 20,000.
Much younger.
Remember, much younger. Yep. Every 6 years. So we're going to the next age, 41. Okay. Their 20,000 is now 40,000.
Okay.
47. Their 40,000 is now 80,000.
Now let's stop right here because that's so far the biggest number we got to before.
The biggest number, yeah.
How old? What's my age different? Am I 15 years younger?
You are.
I'm 18 years younger than the previous person.
Yeah.
That's sick.
Yeah.
I'm 18 years younger, and I still got 80. I'm still young. I'm 47.
You're
young. Okay, keep going.
Okay. So at 53,
now it gets serious.
Now it gets serious. The bank's 80,000 doubled to $160,000 at 53.
53, still looking good. Okay, keep going.
Wonderful. Okay, so at another 6 years, we're at 59 years old. 12%, right? So it's doubling every 6 years. 160 is now looking like $320,000 at 59 years old.
So if I could just become the bank,
if you could become the bank,
I'm over $250,000 in investments. If I can get my double-digit returns like them, which we show you how to get,
right,
and at retirement,
at 65, the bank has $640,000.
Now, draw the parallel. So, guys, now this is short and sweet.
Yeah.
Now you see why when you walk into a bank, sight unseen, that means they don't even know you, all right? All they have is your social security number, your ID. They offer you 1% because they're giving you a small percentage of the 12 they're getting.
Right.
The 14 they're getting. So you end up looking like Felicia Fargo, and they took the same 10,000 and made 640,000. Yeah. Difference of
$600,000.
So let's go back full screen after this. Fill in the blank at the bottom. So in summary, what's happening? By giving your money to the bank, what kind of mistake is that?
You have made a $600,000 mistake just by giving your money to banks.
That's the difference between them and us.
That's the difference between Felicia Fargo, which is typically us,
right, and
the banks. Yeah.
Okay. So they lend your money out 10 times and make how much more than you? 600,000.
600,000. We're at 40,000, and they're at 640,000.
Big difference, man.
Huge difference.
That's a big difference. That's a big difference. Yeah. That's a big difference. So, man, look, that's the banker's secret. Now, my question is, Kwana, can they become the bank? Right? We actually teach people, not just me and you, but our partners. Making Wealth Real Financial. Yeah. They have what type of investment? We can't give them too much detail because we're not licensed. Yeah. Let's talk to that. We need all the education. They do all the work for us. We didn't need a license. We didn't need extra school. Oh no, I got some more toast. We didn't need extra schooling.
Throat dry.
We didn't need debt.
Okay.
We didn't need hours of education that ended up putting us in debt. Making Wealth Real Financial does all the work for us. So what type of, our consulting firm with our membership has confidential conversations with you and show you how to get double-digit returns, or at least higher rates of return. Now, past performance does not predict future results. Right. Let me just say that. Right. But it's way higher than inflation. It's way higher than Felicia Fargo.
Yes.
It's higher than Miss Liberty. Liberty. Yeah. Right. And how does that work? What is that called?
It's called a PRA, and that's a private reserve account, and that's through the Wealth Max, right?
Yes.
Correct.
Yes.
Wealth Max. Yeah.
So we have these pillars where we help you through MWR Financial. One, get your taxes down. That's called Money Max.
Money Max, yeah.
2, get your credit score up, which is called
Credit Max.
Get your debt down. We got some people that have zero debt.
Yeah.
Include mortgage. That's called Equity Max.
Equity Max.
And then you just described Wealth Max.
Wealth Max, yeah.
So the membership gives you basically access to experts in all 4 of those areas.
Right.
And while everybody's quarantined, man, and everybody's kind of getting back with family and settling in, what we highly recommend is that you get with the person that puts you on this webinar or having this watch party. She told you earlier, country girl, South Georgia. No, I'm just joking.
Good girl.
Good girl outside of 25.
You left.
Outside of 25.
Yes.
Now understands residuals.
Residual.
On your way to minimum 50 a day.
Minimum.
And the maximum, well, not the maximum, but the pivotal point right now is 1,000 a day.
Yeah.
And you're on your way to making it happen.
I'm running.
Okay, good. So, man, listen. Every night this week, every Wednesday, tonight is Tuesday, so we'll be back on Wednesday. And Thursday and Friday.
Yeah.
I'm going to interview and talk to one of our top producers that are actually making it happen. Yeah. If I do a split screen with somebody out of town, you better believe that it's just as powerful as them sitting right here with us, because we just believe in spreading this word. And we want to give as many people the gift that we were given, and that's a life worth living. So do us a favor, man. Become the bank. You did a great job. All right, very happy to be your business partner. Very proud of you. And everybody watching right now, man. We have a lot of fun. We do. We joke a lot. But this thing is serious. You now see that you can't control everything that happens to you. A lot of small businesses are going to suffer because we're under quarantine. A lot of people are worried about whether or not they now already need a stimulus check if the government can make it happen. Yeah. You got people who now the kids are home and maybe home for the year. Only daycares may be open, which means parents have to work, and some states don't have homeschooling. Right. I mean, this thing can be a trip. So we all just gonna make sure we do what we can, and what we can do is give people an opportunity that we've been blessed with over the past few months to get paid every single day by learning the money game. So serious time right now. See you guys every night this week, 10 p.m. Share this, have a watch party, and if you're watching this, get back with the person whose watch party you are watching, and they'll show you more about our membership and how to take advantage of making wealth real. I'm Brian Bean. This is
One Q.
One half of
Millionaire Siblings.
All right, good. Y'all get ready for that, man. Y'all have a good night. Thank you.
Good night. Thanks.